Okay, so here's another example, and this one is quite technical, complicated, if I may say that. This one has like a whole bunch of blocks. Two sections and a whole bunch of blocks, and each block has its own unique settings, specifically tuned for the content that's inside of it. And it took me a long time to make this. So if I convert this template into the 2.0 and I mess it up, I'll have to start over with every single block. And that's essentially what happens when you migrate over to the new 2.0 themes or pages or templates. I don't know which one. But I'm going to show you guys how to do this, and yeah, it's a simple process, but you have to be kind of careful also. And you technically can't mess it up. Yeah, you can't really mess it up unless you delete the code or the settings that's saved for this file. So yeah, so let's do this one. So this page is called test page, so I'm just gonna look for this one, test page, this one right here. Okay, so there's two sections in here, and one thing that I've also noticed, and I actually forgot to mention, is when you create a new template, and like I did here, yeah, when you create a new template and you put in the section name here, this section basically becomes the default section. So like this one here, this template that I made, the new works custom content 6, became the default section, and you can see if you select it, there's no remove button, so you can't remove it. You can still switch it around, which is great, and you can still hide it. So yeah, it basically becomes the default. So it doesn't really matter what section you put in there. Yeah, it's fine. It's not really something to worry about. But in my case, I want to add this section, and I want to make it the default. So I'm just gonna, I guess I'll just copy all of this stuff again. Yeah, I'll just copy all of this code. This will be my starter code, and I'm just gonna, well, we have to delete. Let me close this now. New works, yes. Wait, new works, close new works, test page. I'm gonna have to create a new template called test page. It doesn't have to be called test page. You can call it whatever you want. Let me select page, and I'm just gonna call this the, what did I call that page, by the way? Hover effects. Okay. Hover effects .json. Okay, so I'm gonna paste this stuff here, and I want to use custom content 5 inside of this template. Okay, so now, and then I will remove all of this stuff, all of these settings that's inside of it. Okay, so remove all of that, and I think I can save it now. Nope, I can't save it like this. Okay, so yeah, sometimes I just keep reading stuff. So this template basically already exists. Okay, so I'll just copy this stuff, and I'll just rename this template so it won't save. I'll just call it examples. Wait. Page.examples. Done. And save. Okay. So now, before I reload this page, I need to find the settings for this. So custom content 5, and I'll go into the first block, and I'll look for hover effects. I guess I'll just look for this code right here. Nah, because it's being used everywhere else. I'm trying to find some code that's unique. That, yeah. So this text here, I'll just look for this, because this text is not in any of these other blocks. It's only in this block. So this will take me, when I go look for the settings, it will take me to the top, the start of the section. So let's go in here. Okay, so here we go. So this is custom content 5. I guess I could have just, the thing is, if you look for this, it will show up several times, especially if you've used this section on other pages, so you won't actually be sure if it's the right place. So custom content 5, if I select this little arrow here or this little triangle and I close it, that's basically all the settings for that section. But I can't highlight it like that because it opens up the section well, I guess it just jumps down all the way to the bottom. And with this section, if you have a section like this, there's something else you also need to copy, which is you can also copy the block order and the settings over here. So the block order is basically just, you know, the order of these blocks, and the settings, this settings over here, this is when I select this section, there are these the section settings over here. So that's the settings. So I'm going to go all the way down to the last closing curly brace. So I've selected everything now. Okay, so I'm just gonna copy this. So don't delete anything here, don't remove anything, or else you are going to be in a lot of trouble. Okay, so now we're going to reload this page. Okay, so custom content 5 is here, and custom button, nope. Oh, that section is not visible inside of the, okay, I have to fix that. I know what's wrong with that thing. Okay, so let's first restore our custom content 5 settings. So before we do that, I first have to create some settings for it. I'm just going to add a block, text block like that, save it, and I'm going to go back into my code editor and just refresh this page. Okay, so now we got, not that one, this one. Now we got this custom content 5, and then blocks, and then there's like an block ID, and then there's type. Okay, and scroll down, blocks, and then there's settings. Okay, so let's just do this. Just have to grab the right one here. Let's go to the top, and let's go to the top of this one. So custom content 5, blocks. I'm just gonna highlight blocks, and let's go all the way down. Let me just do this all the way down to the bottom, and just after the closing curly brace for settings, copy. So select this, all the way down, settings. Okay, now I first need to figure out this is the closing curly brace. Okay, so I'm just going to start at the bottom and then go up to the front of blocks and then paste. Okay, so let's save this. Oh, block count exceeds maximum of 16 sections. Okay, so what that means is that these new JSON files, you can't exceed. They have their own limit for block count or block amounts. Okay, so yeah, I was just able to save it now, and the problem was I exceeded my block count. I have like more than 20 blocks, or I had more than 20 blocks in that one section, and I removed the limit. It worked, but using this new JSON template, yeah, I don't know, they have a limit here, even though I removed the limit. So, but that doesn't mean that I lost all of my block data. The blocks that I had to remove, I'll just have to use that in a different section. So let's go back to that page. Okay, so here's the page here, and you can see add section, but I don't have all of my blocks. I'm limited. They limited me, so now I have to add another custom content 5 section, but it says add blocks. Look, oh, there's a limit. So 16 is the limit. Okay, so even if I'm gonna see if I can change this limit, because what's the point of adding a limit when you can just add another section and just continue doing the same thing? Let me just see if that is even allowed. I'm just gonna choose this one, add block. So yeah, I mean, why remove the limit when you can just add another section and just add a whole bunch of more blocks? Okay, let's just see if there's a limit here on this in this file. Let's search for limit. Nope. So yeah, there's no limit here. There's no limit code, but you are limited to only use 16 blocks. Okay. I guess I accept. So what I'll do now is I'll just add another section, and I'll just do that, and I'll remove this one. Just a section, and I'll save it. Okay, and go back here. I will reload this page to see where that new added section is, custom content, and I'll just say custom content 5 because I want to use the same section. And this settings over here, this background color, I'll start there. I'll just copy all of this to this one. Okay, save it, reload it. So there shouldn't be anything in there now. Okay, so now I got 2 custom content 5s, and we'll just okay. I should probably remove this last block because this one is just an extra one, doesn't belong here. Okay, so now let me save this. Oh, I think I should have added just add that block there and save it. I'm going to refresh it again, and now I'm going to restore the other blocks that I wasn't able to add to this page. Okay, so there's a block order. Did this thing reload? Let me close this. Let me refresh it again. Okay, section, block order. Okay. Okay, so custom content 5, there's a second one, and here's our first block right here, starting with blocks. Okay, so let me just go and look. Okay, so I cut it off at this. I'm just gonna search for this code. I'm gonna copy this, and then I'm going to go back to my setting data or data. And I'm gonna find this code. Okay, let me just scroll to the top because I kind of need to. Okay, so I had to cut off the blocks. I had to cut it right here in the middle. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to copy this code from here till here, copy it, and in our new here, I'm just going to do this B. Okay, and not done yet. I still need this, and select all of these. Just in front of the brace, copy, and I'm just going to do that same thing, paste, and that's it. Now let's save it. No, it is. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna reload this page, and I should have everything back. Whew, I think that's one of the longest sections I have with the most stuff. Oh, here we go. Okay, so here's all of my other settings. So there you go, guys. Yeah, it looks exactly the same. I think there might just be like some space here, but it's fine. I can adjust this block like that. Yeah, so I hope this video was helpful. So if you want to just restore all of your stuff, just follow the process that I did. You might want to rewatch it and go through it slowly. And yeah, just remember, don't edit any of the code inside of your setting data, and yeah, you will eventually get your stuff back to the way it was if you just follow my procedure. So thanks for watching.